Varusteleka, greetings from Finnish Brutality 2020. It's lovely rainy weather and we have started the competition already. So personally I have cleared the 2 stages, everything has run smoothly and it seems that people are having a good time despite all the precautions for COVID what we have taken.
How are you feeling? Perfect. Fresh as always.
Jari from Varusteleka and Zach, who was the winner of Desert Brutality earlier this year, have now finished stages 5, 6, 7 and 8.
Yeah.
And you're done with the match.
Yep.
You didn't get the DQ and all of your gear and your guns worked throughout the match.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
I had one pistol malfunction last stage. I'm guessing it's because we call it Barney. I put a round in the chamber, complete fully mag, hard to seed. Probably just too much force on the slide. But yeah, other than that, everything ran great.
I didn't have any issues with the equipment except that the shooting with the mask is a bit daunting task, especially with the scopes what we had today in sniper rifles. But everything.
But that's
worked.
not a bug. That's a feature.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first stage of day 2 was stage number 5. It was at 150 meter range. It involved shooting a precision rifle from Sako and then running from car to car to hit some static metal targets. How did you do on that stage?
For me, it went great. It was awesome shooting that rifle. Like that's a very expensive rifle, Schmidt Bender, super clear glass, and I like how you guys do it where we don't get to handle the rifle beforehand. It's kind of like you dive down and you figure it out, and it was no problem. The gun was just dialed amazing.
We set
super smooth action.
Magnification for the competitors,
Yeah.
and we put in the magazine, and we deliberately didn't want shooters to take too much time,
Yeah.
so we could have a good cycle time through the stages. And it was the same setting for all,
Yep.
made by the RO, so it was also equally evil for everyone and a new experience. you did not have issues with the scope. You liked it, but you had trouble seeing through it.
Yeah, getting the proper cheek weld with the mask on and finding the reticle. That was difficult. When I went prone and grabbed the gun, what I saw was black, and I was like, damn. But after some violent twisting of head, I got the reticle, and then the shooting was pretty straightforward. And I like that stage a lot because they had the cars there, and in one of the cars they had rolled down the windows, and even though it was not that optimal shooting position, I took a chance to shoot through the car because it was just cool.
Okay, so they were rolled down instead of shot to pieces.
Yeah.
Because there have been some shooters who have shot those to pieces, and we've thought it could happen by mistake, so we don't penalize if somebody does it on purpose.
Yeah.
They are what they are, and you could shoot through cars actually, so
Very cool.
there's no reason to prevent that here either. The second stage, again with the tank, this time the starting position was on top of the tank, and you had to actually jump down from it.
Yep.
And we did it so that you'd have a pistol in the holster, but it was with an empty chamber, and the rifle was abandoned on top of the tank into a box that was bolted in place, so it would be safe. How did you find that? It was first with the rifle and then with the pistol going to the trenches.
The rifle part was a little awkward. I brought a bipod with me, so I had to carry it. I used it on one other stage. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use this bipod. And it was a poor choice. Just on top of the tank, it was awkward. Not a huge deal, but probably lost a little bit of time. And the pistol went great. It was a very fun stage. Just like really fast, a lot of running and gunning. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's that was just pure fun.
Yeah.
Shooting on top of the tank. Yeah, it's cool. And running the trenches and dropping the poppers, that was nice, and kind of the pistols. The last pistols were fairly long, so I kind of I was too cocky and went too fast, and then I needed to dial down, and then I made the hits.
There was a challenge in the way that the poppers were actually very easy targets.
Yep.
They were as close as we could get them to the shooter while maintaining safety. But then you got into this feeling of, hey, I can just run and gun. Suddenly you're in the last trench, and the last targets are 40 meters away, 45 yards. So that's a pretty long distance, and when you're out of breath and you've been hitting easy targets, it's easy to get cocky, like you said. Did you manage to last pistol targets?
Yeah, I believe I had one pickup, and kind of how I've been shooting this match, I'm like, I'm going to get supported, so I went into the barrier with my forearms and just shot fully supported with pistol the last target array.
Okay, so that was great fun. How about stage 7 with the truck and ammo cans?
Yeah, that was another super fun stage. Like, I think everybody probably finished that stage for the most part,
yes,
if they didn't have gun issues, so it was just how fast can you go. You also start out with a Sako rifle. You have to make 4 hits, you want to have 5 rounds, so you want to go fast, but also you got to be somewhat conservative.
Because the penalty is very heavy. 60 seconds.
Yeah.
That was a nice stage. You really got your heart rate up with the ammo cans and lifting them up, and now it was the second time to use the scope with the mask, so I was prepared and didn't panic, so I took my time to squeeze my face in, and I think I shot something extra because it was so nice to shoot from the bunker and the steel. I think I did a few extras there, and but anyway, it didn't cost me too much time.
The ammo cans were filled with sand. They're 50 caliber cans, and the truck bed was quite high. It was something like a chest height or even a throat height, and you actually had to. Did you use some kind of a swinging technique, or did you use brute force to lift?
Yeah, just kind of swing it up and use that momentum to get them on there.
Same here.
Good. And the final stage for you guys was stage 8, pistol only.
Yep.
Kettlebell in one hand, in the weak hand when you go from bay to bay, and then you had to transition or switch hands, and pick it up with a strong hand and shoot weak hand only on the way back.
Yeah.
You guys both had a pretty good time there.
Yeah. We were probably, I think, pretty close in time.
Yeah, you went on under 100, I think.
No, I
Just
believe I was
a
like,
little bit over
a little over. But I didn't have a mask on, so I don't have any excuse. It was pretty rough for me. It's like, I mean, shooting one-handed when your heart rate's up and you're trying to balance the kettlebell. It was tough.
I think you had a pistol malfunction, Zach.
Yeah, the very first shot, like I talked about earlier.
Yes.
It was, I counted, I'm like, okay, this is 19 rounds if you don't miss, I believe.
Yes.
But you're shooting one-handed at some pretty far and challenging targets. So I fully topped off the mag, and then I chambered another round. And yeah, like maybe I should have not done that because, you know, first shot, boom, click, and then have to set the kettlebell down, fix the malfunction. So trying to save, you know, a couple seconds probably cost me several seconds.
Yeah, it was a nice stage in the sense that there was a clear shooting kind of challenge, like strong hand, weak hand, and also the kettlebell kind of, when you start it, that it's in your weak hand, and went from bay to bay. At least I had my support hand pre-smoked.
Oh yeah,
So when I
definitely.
was dialing the dot in, it was like super shaky, and I was like, man.
And this was a heavier kettlebell. This was 24
Yeah, it
kilos.
was.
That's over 50 pounds.
Yeah, and you didn't, just like you already said, after 3 days of doing that, and you're carrying it, and then you switch hands, so you're already shooting unsupported, or left hand, which is hard. Plus, yeah, your hand's smoked, and I was shocked how much I was missing. I'm like, man, this is embarrassing. But it's cool because I have a kettlebell at home, and I've only used it to work out. I'm like, man, the first time I go out and practice at home, I'm doing that exact drill, and that's awesome training. Like, if you can shoot one-handed with a kettlebell, you can smoke it like normal.
It makes other kind of shooting seem very easy.
Has this been done at a brutality match before? The one-hand shooting with the kettlebell?
I haven't been part of any, but there has been the kind of the support side stuff, but not, not while carrying.
I'm curious if that'll end up being like the Casarda drill, where you start seeing like military and law enforcement guys do that in training. Because that's the first thing I thought. I'm like, this is awesome. You don't need much gear, and it's very challenging.
When you're shooting strong hand only, shooters often use the weak hand supported here, and it actually makes quite a bit of difference compared to having your arm just swing around here. And when it's swinging and there's a heavy kettlebell, it's even worse. And that's definitely something that is difficult to accomplish on the clock when you haven't done it before.
So this was your first match in Finland, and you have been here a few days. What's your take on the Finnish Brutality and stuff in Finland?
In my opinion, the shooting was harder, which we talked the day before the match, and you said compared to Desert Brutality, you thought the marksmanship stuff would be easier, the physical harder. The physical was harder, I think, but by a little bit. At least for me, the shooting was more difficult, definitely more difficult. What do you think compared to Desert Brutality?
I think this, I felt the last Desert Brutality, the marksmanship part was, at least for me, was the harder. I agree that this wasn't as physical match compared to the, for example, the first Finnish Brutality. So we need to dial up in next evolution.
I feel like I need to dial myself up. I'm going to blame it on the COVID in America. The gyms have been closed for months. That's why I'm out of shape.
Then we have an announcement.
So from very beginning, when we started to have these brutality matches in Finland, people have said that you have to do the winter match, and now we're going to do it. So Finnish Brutality, the Winter War, will be shot in coming February, so 20th and 21st of February 2021. So you better start learning skiing if you don't know how to do it, and add that to your marksmanship skills. Finnish Brutality 2020 is a wrap. We had great partners in this match. Sako provided their precision rifles and ammunition for the stages, and the Brownells supported as well to setting up this, so check them out as well. So until next time, stay tuned.
So here's a sneak preview of what's to come. Finnish Brutality, the Winter War Edition, February 20th and 21st, 2021, in Finland. A collaboration between Varusteleka and InRangeTV. Tickets have already been made available to Patreon supporters at the Two Gun Army and above, but go to general availability starting January 8th via the link in the description below. This is a match where winning is just surviving. We hope to see you there.